Lately, we've been talking about some of the best playmakers and best point guards in the NBA. Let's talk about the best point guard in the nation in college basketball, Braden Smith. There are many reasons why Braden Smith is the best point guard in the nation, so let's jump right into it. One of the best things that he does is pushes the pace in transition, and some little things that you might want to keep in mind is that on this play, he uses his teammate cutting as a screen to get to the other side of the basket to get an open layup. It's all about the little details when you're playing the point guard position. And even here, using his quick first step, which gets him downhill more oftentimes than not, beating his defender, and he has a slide off pass to the guy on the left block because the defender is forced to step up on him to keep him from scoring a layup. This whole entire video is about the little details, and here we're going to jump into one of those details. Now, coming down the court, you'll see in these next couple of seconds as I let him play out that he will direct traffic and ask his teammate to cut through and rim run. So as this happens, you will see that there's a 2-on-1 scenario. The one defender that is able to pick up the ball will end up being occupied and having to drop on that guy cutting. This frees up an open three for Braden Smith on the perimeter, and it's just a smart play to clear out open space and carve out open space for this jumper. And here's a closer look for good measure. No matter if it's man defense or zone defense, Braden Smith will find a way to get downhill to create shots for himself or others. Dribble penetration is where he makes his money, but when you're playing against a zone, it's good to swing the ball back and forth in order to make them rotate. And as they do this, he attacks a closeout, getting him a 2-on-1 scenario again. He could slide it off to the guy on the left block if his defender steps up high enough. Braden Smith notices he's playing in between, so he gives him a good little pass fake and extends for the layup at the rim. He is just one of those guys where he's one step ahead of you at all times, so he's a pain in the butt to play against. And honestly, this is a guy you would love to have on your team because he'll find you in the right spots. And here, we get to see some flashiness. It's not always the case. Every move he makes is calculated. There's just a little flash to this calculated move, and honestly, top 10 play on this one. But another example of dribble penetration allowing his teammate to attack a closeout. Another zone look on this play, and I really love the patience. Again, another little detail that we talk about, patience. So he realizes that the zone breaks out into man. They eventually match up, and he takes advantage of this one-on-one matchup as he gets a taller defender on him and goes right to the rack. People don't believe that he's an NBA level point guard, but I disagree because a lot of the NBA motion is pick and roll offense, and he makes a good snake pass to the corner, which is one of the high level reads that scouts and NBA teams will look for. So let's slow it down really quick as he uses the screen. The hedge guy is forced to pick him up. Now, the most important part about this is that the defender underneath the rim here is expected to either pick up the drive or the roll or both. So now that he is occupied, you see the right corner is open. We call this a snake pass because that is the corner guy that is going to be off the defensive rotation, wide open. So again, you see him wide open. He's going to make that pass and see that ahead of time, see and read the defense, hits him for a wide open three. We get to see some more pick and roll mastery from Braden Smith on this play. And the most important part about this is that teams are used to him being a top end, high end playmaker. So he will get his one-on-one opportunities as he gets a little shoulder bump and a turnaround jumper off on this play. He's averaging 10 assists to start the season, and last year averaged 8.7 assists as one of the top playmakers in the whole country. And I expect him to be the main reason why Purdue is a top team and a threat in the tournament come March. In this particular game against Oakland, I really liked his ability to get to the rim and his aggressiveness, especially as a scorer. Obviously, we know him as a playmaker, but if he's able to score like this more consistently, I have a lot more faith in this team going into the tournament. And he scored 20 points in this game, also had 7 rebounds and 9 assists. You have to account for him at all times, and he's high IQ and makes the right play every time down the floor, making him a threat. I'll let this next play run at full speed because I want you to see how fast he really pushes the pace. He gets down the court in no time, sees the defender not picking him up high enough, which as a defense, this is going to be stressed at practice next time around. He gets downhill, gets the and one. Because he wasn't picked up, he had the opportunity to get downhill and attack the defense. And not to praise him too much, but some of these highlight plays really make him look like the white chocolate Jason Williams. That'll do it for another episode of Court Vision, a Life in the Stands production. If you liked us highlighting the best point guard in the nation, Braden Smith, please be sure to like and subscribe. Follow all socials, rate and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And remember, till next time, the film never lies.